sir.
Now, no matter how good you are with your stylistics in writing, with your creativity, without punctuation marks, you might be able to say, you might send a wrong message. For example, when you say, now, I want you to take a look at these two sentences. Can you tell me what is wrong or what is right? I believe you can see my screen, so let me color one of them red and one of them blue. Now, look at these two sentences.
The blue one is correct, sir.
The blue is correct.
Yes, sir.
Now, both of them are actually correct, but it's just that the first one has a different meaning, while the second one has also a different meaning. The first one, the meaning simply means you're a cannibal, or the person speaking is a cannibal. It's a let us eat grandma. But the second one is let's eat. Then you pause, grandma. This is a kind of invitation to join, for your grandma to join you guys for dinner, for lunch. So if you mistakenly remove, this comma, do not expect the examiner to do that for you, to imagine that you actually meant to include a comma here. It's not the examiner's job. So you must learn to punctuate correctly. So let's look at the punctuation marks. Punctuation marks are used to separate words, phrases, sentences in a paragraph to give it a clearer meaning. The first one is full stop, period. Okay? The UK will say it, the UK will call it full stop, while the Americans will call it period. That's why you hear people say, mostly Americans, I'm not giving it back to you, period. What they actually meant was full stop. Now, like you know, full stop is used to end a sentence. It is used for honorifics. It is used, honorifics are those titles before the name of the person, like Mr., Mrs., Doctor, Engineer, okay? Even if you do not add the full stop here, it doesn't matter, it's still correct. The full stop also can be used for currencies, for websites. Let's move on to the next one. Question mark. What are question marks used for? To ask questions. But look at this number 2. Michael Jackson, 1920 to 2020. What is the function of this question mark here on the line?
It means that Michael Jackson was born in 1920 and now died in 2020.
Now here, what it simply means is that you are not sure when he was born. Question marks are also used to show doubt. Per Michael Jackson. 1920, this question mark here simply means that, look, we are not sure when he was born, but we know when he died. We are not sure. So when you do this question mark here, then look at this, look at the last sentence here. It says, he said his name is James. It simply means you are not sure his name here is James. That's why there's a question mark there. Maybe somebody was caught, taken to the police station, they asked him his name and he said his name is John. Oh, sorry, his name is James. They picked up his ID card and found out his name is actually John. So when they're writing a statement, they can say he said his name is James. Question mark here simply means that they are not sure since he provided 2 names. Okay. The third one is exclamation marks. You use exclamation marks to show emotions, to give command, and to indicate a loud sound. The emotions, she's so sad when writing. You need to add this exclamation mark here to give that feeling to the reader that she was very emotional, she was almost crying, she was feeling very sad. The second one, it is used to indicate a loud sound. Okay, most of you did that yesterday during the Liverpool Man U match. I hope it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. You say it's a goal. Now look at this. Look at the expression here. Goal, the exclamation mark here shows both emotions and sound. Okay, apostrophe is used to show that a letter or some letters have been omitted. You've heard of the word contractions, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
Good. So which one is, if I ask you, contract this for me, the word in red, just below. Contract it for me. Just tell me what I should write. Kevin, did you hear what I just said?
Can't.
Yes, very good. Can't. Good. So let's just move on. So you know what apostrophe does, but that's not all. You can also use it to show that something belongs to you. Well, we'll come to that. You can also remove numbers, not just letters. He was born in the 90s. You are actually referring to 1990 to 1999. Okay? You can use apostrophe to show that something belongs to you by adding the S. The car belongs to Michael. It's Michael's car. Sorry? It's Michael's car. It shows that this car belongs to Michael. That is Raimonda's bag. That bag belongs to Raimonda. Okay? So you show that something actually belongs to you. Now, if the word ends with an X, the noun, like Moses, place the apostrophe after the last S and do not add any other S. So it changes from Moses to Moses's. Okay? So instead of, do you watch football?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, do you know this place I just typed? Do you watch, if you watch the Premiership very well, do you know this place? The last underlined word. This is the home ground for Newcastle United. Now, if you want, do you know how to pronounce it?
St. James's Park.
Thank you, St. James's Park. Okay, so when you add an S, now actually, when you say, now, how do you pronounce this? How do you say this? The last words. How do you pronounce the last group of words? It's actually in Jesus's name. Okay, in Jesus's name. Because of the apostrophe, the name belongs to Jesus. Okay, so just note that. Yeah, in Jesus's name, St. James's Park. The carrot, yes, I don't need to explain much here. I just need to show you what it's used for. You remember this sign, right? Yeah, so when you miss a letter or a word or a sentence, you can use the caret to indicate that the one above is being replaced there. The hyphen, let's get to the tricky parts now. The hyphen, now look at this, this is short. The hyphen is a punctuation mark that is used to form compound words. You bring two nouns, bring them together to form one word. If you remove the hyphen, there are two different words. For example, this first one here, blue, black. If you remove the hyphen, you have blue and you have black. But with a hyphen, what you're saying is that the object you're describing has both blue and black, locked down over the counter. Now, let me give you a perfect example. Now, a canon, the hyphen is also used to form the name. That's a canon. That you can look at a person and give that person a name. If you have seen the movie Game of Thrones, you will know what I'm talking about. Do you know this guy?
I know what Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't watch? Okay, now they call this guy Kingslayer. Now they call him Kingslayer because he killed a very terrible king, a very feared king. He was able to kill the king. Not that he killed the king in battle, he stabbed him in the back and the guy died. Okay, so let's call him Kingslayer. If you remove the hyphen, king is a different word, slayer is a different word. Okay, so when you want to form your own canon, you want to form a compound word for someone, make sure you use the hyphen. For example, in school, you can just form this laptop freak, something like this. Okay, because this person is so obsessed with the use of laptop, you can just say laptop freak. So you can just form that. That's what hyphen does. Hyphen is also used to show you that, I think you know what this means. When you write to the end of the margin and there is no more space, you use the hyphen to indicate that what you have written here is not complete and the reader should move on to the next line to read the complete part. Okay, you know what that is. Now look at this. This is dash. This is longer than this. This is short, hyphen. The long one is dash. Please take note. Forget about the M and the N dash. The dash is used to add extra information. For example, Jaime Lannister, dash. The Kingslayer died in Westeros. This dash here is providing you more information about Jaime Lannister. Also, the dash is also used to mean, okay, the dash can also be used to express a period of time, which you already know. Olusegun Obasanjo governed this country from 1999, dash. Now, if you want to replace this dash to English, what would you say? Unmute, please. If you want to replace this dash here with an English word, what would you say? 1999 2007. What would you say? TO, right? 2.
Yeah.
Yes, that means dash can also mean 2. This is a perfect example. I know you guys, when you drive to school, when your driver brings you to school, you do see something like this. Lekki Ekpe Expressway. It simply means Lekki to Ekpe Expressway. That's what the dash here means. Just like you said, 1999 to 2007, you're saying Lekki to Ekpe Expressway. So the dash can also mean 2. Colon. Colon is used to actually introduce a list in a sentence. You need the following to prepare egusi soup. Now, after you want to list the following: melon, crayfish, pepper. Before you start listing, make sure you use the colon. You can also use colon for dialogue. Okay, in your direct speech, and God said, "Let there be light." You can use this. Also, in your drama text. In your drama text, I don't know the one you're reading right now, you can see something like Romeo, then a colon. Where are you? Then you say, Juliet, you see the colon, I'm right here. So you use colon also for drama text. Are you in drama club?
Gruesome.
Okay, so you see that in drama texts, your literature text anyway. Colon is also used to separate time, 11:05 a.m. Okay, so that is pretty easy. Colon is also used for Bible verses, Bible chapters and verses. Colon is also used to indicate titles. Have you seen this movie, Lord of the Rings? Okay, even if you have not, but you've seen Avengers, Infinity War, right?
Yes.
Now, what this actually means is that Avengers is the main movie, okay? But Infinity War is part of this main movie. We have Infinity War, we have Endgame, which other one? Anyway, we have so many of them, okay? So you use the column to separate that, look, we have, this is a part of the main movie, okay? Semicolon, now this is quite tricky. A semicolon can also be used as a conjunction, but it is used to separate two parts of a sentence if you do not want to use and or but. I spoke to Mr. Shehu, he won't be coming to the gym today. If you want to replace this semicolon with a conjunction, which word will you place here? Let me underline it. I spoke with Shehu, he won't be coming to the gym today. If you want to replace this semicolon with a word, with a conjunction, which conjunction would you replace the semicolon with? That would make sense. Hello, Kev.
What this say about replace the semicolon?
Now, this is a semicolon. And I said that semicolons can be used as conjunctions. They are used to separate two parts of a sentence. Now, I give you an example. I spoke to Mr. Shem. He won't be coming to the gym today. If you want to replace this with a conjunction, which conjunction would you replace it with?
Therefore.
Therefore, no. I spoke to Mr. Shem. Therefore, he won't be coming to the gym today. No. You use therefore when there is so somewhere. What if you just even do this one? I spoke to Shem today, and he said, and he won't be coming. Let me see. I spoke to Shem today, and he won't be coming to the gym. If that does not make sense, I spoke to Mr. Shem today, and he won't be coming to the gym today. So you can see, and he won't be coming to the gym today. Or but I spoke to Mr. Shem, but he won't be coming to the gym today. No, that one does not make much sense. And they won't be coming to the gym today. I think that one makes little sense. Okay. I spoke to Mr. Shem today. I spoke to Mr. Shem, and he will not be coming to the gym today. I think this one makes more sense. So if you do not want to use a conjunction map to divide two parts of the sentence, just use semicolon. Okay. Semicolon, like I said, is used as a conjunction. Okay, this is for senior school. That's for senior school. Comma, let me just pick a few before I give you this example to punctuate and send back to me. Comma is used to pause in a sentence. I came, I saw, I conquered. Lucy, you pause. The most beautiful girl in the class, you pause, has won an award in drama. So you need it to pause to make more sense. You also need comma to separate items in a list. If you can see what I have here, if I remove all the commas, what would this mean? Kev, if I remove all the commas here, what would this mean? The underlined group of words. You cannot mute, please. If I remove all the commas here from melon, fish, and pepper, what would this mean?
To be a phrase.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I say it should be a phrase.
Okay, now if I add a comma here and a comma here, how many items do we have here? How many items do we have here if I add the two commas here?
3.
3. If I remove the commas, how many items do we have here?
1.
1. So you use commas to actually separate items in the list. So without a comma here, you can actually get the person confused, the reader confused, as if melon, fish, and pepper are one item. Quotation marks, now you use these to show exactly what someone said, and they said, and they usually come in pairs. God said, let there be light. Now, when using this quotation mark, note that you must begin with a quotation mark and you must end with a quotation mark. Any other punctuation mark must be before the last punctuation mark, the last quotation mark. Please note that. Let me repeat. If you are using the quotation marks, note, you must begin with a quotation mark and end with a quotation mark. Any order or every other punctuation mark must come before the quotation mark close, the closing quotation mark, okay? Okay, I think we have done, we've covered a lot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send this to you. Should I send this to your WhatsApp? I want you to punctuate everything here and send back to me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
Send to my WhatsApp.
yeah, I'll send it to your WhatsApp right now. So you will just look at the sentence, punctuate. You're going to start from here. Okay? Punctuate, like I gave you a clue. I said 29 places to punctuate. So it's just a clue. Once you are done punctuating, make sure you read through and make sure they make marks, they make sense. Now, you are going to punctuate both, you are going to punctuate and add capital letters too. Okay? So let me send this to your WhatsApp and I'll be expecting your response in a couple of minutes. Okay? Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.